Happy Sunday night. We are live. It is Sunday, July 11th. Are you kidding me? It's already halfway through July almost. July 11th, Sunday night. We go live every Sunday night here on Creator Talk Live. And tonight is no difference. Let me pull this up so I can see what's going on here. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am, and I want to think that you guys are too. Let me know in the chat where you're from. If you're new, of course, I want to hear that. Where you're watching the show from, what you did this weekend, all those kinds of things. We're going to talk about what the show's about and goals for the rest of the year. Why are we going to talk about that tonight? Because halfway through the year, we're done. Can you believe that? Here, let me pop that up there. Is that pinned? Okay, I think I have pinned messages up there. Keith, I see you, BDF. What's going on? Hope you're having a great weekend, my man. So July 1st is the unofficial start of the second half of 2021. December and January, we all talk about what we're going to do for the year. We all talk about what's going on in our life and our goals and what we want to get done. But July 1st happens and nobody says a thing. Nobody even talks about it. Jeff's personal bully, Jesse's in the house. It's a little warm. I got my fan on over here. I was going to say my red sweatshirt's right there. I try to wear the same thing as much as I can when I go live. I even try to do that in my videos. I try to have just a few things. It's probably stupid, but it's just too hot for a sweatshirt tonight. So I went with, what am I wearing? Just basic black. Usually I wear this as an undershirt a lot, Jesse. So there you go. Thanks for noticing. But yeah, normally my red sweatshirt, I'm probably going to buy another one of those sweatshirts because it says creator on it. I like it. But I live in Texas, people. It's July. So anyway, Topeka, Kansas is where Keith is from, BDF. Jesse, I hope you're having good weather. Sherry, welcome in. Thanks for using the emojis. Yeah, that reminds me. Jesse, Jeff's personal bully, and Sherry are showing up in green in there. And they've got some really cool emojis that they have access to because they are members of my channel. They blessed me and my family by being members of the channel. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. If you guys want to do that, you can check that out. There's a couple other perks in there, and I've got some ideas. I haven't been doing much for my members lately, so have some ideas on how to build community and do that kind of thing. But anyway, tonight's topic is what we're going to do with the rest of the year. I'm going to share a little bit of some of the things. If you're really paying attention, like Jesse, it's because she knows what shirt I'm wearing. If you're really paying attention, you may have noticed some things on my channel. I'm going to tell you about them. I don't know why anyone would notice them really without me telling you. And I want to hear from you guys. Jesse and I have been talking about some stuff that she's thinking about doing. We should continue that conversation tomorrow, by the way, Jesse. I think it's important to always goal set. I'm a big believer in beginning of the year goals. I don't like how we all kind of pretend at the beginning of the year. We all kind of make it up and we don't really believe anybody's going to do anything. I don't know how you get anything done without a beginning, a middle, and the end. And you take, how does the mouse eat the elephant? One bite at a time. So you've got to take whatever your goals are and put them into bite-sized pieces. Let me explain. So if your goal is to, I don't know, go full-time on YouTube, well, you're not going to do that in 5 days. You've got to learn how to be good at video creation, storytelling, editing. You got to find what editing software you want to use. You got to purchase that software. You got to get good lighting. You got to get decent at your audio. You got to learn thumbnails. You got to learn titles. I'm not trying to scare anybody away, but there's a lot to do. And how do you get to, if your goal is being a full-time creator, it's this month I'm going to learn about click-through rate. And this month I'm going to learn about thumbnails. And I got to be honest with you, for my perspective, I don't know if this will surprise you or be obvious to you. I still believe that I'm in the very, very early stages of learning how to be a creator. I'm blown away that I'm monetized. I'm blown away that I get a deposit into my checking account every month because of YouTube. I'm humbled by it. And I mean, it's not, I can't stay home from work and I don't want to stay home from work. I love what I do, but it is a piece of the puzzle. My goals, and I've got a bunch of goals, my long-term goals. We'll talk about the long-term goals just for a second. Then we'll talk about short-term goals more throughout the night. My long-term goals are just to have enough resources to take my wife, my kids, and now my grandkids on more vacations, Disney and other. That's really it. That's everything. So all of the resources that come to me, financial resources, through YouTube and my other side hustles, go into investments or YouTube. Why? I want to go to Disney more with my grandkids. So if you're a veteran of the show, you've heard me say some form of that a million times. That's my long-term goal, right? So what are my short-term goals? Do they have anything to do with that? Of course they all do. Hey, Earth Central, what's going on? So how do you feel about Hurricane Elsa? I know, right? Let's talk about that. But let me finish this and we'll talk about that here in a minute. I'm a big believer in cutting it up into pieces. So I've said this a lot on this show, especially on this channel, but certainly on this show, Creator Talk Live, where me and Lynn, by the way, Lynn's not here tonight. She's doing fine. She'll be back, but Lynn won't be with us tonight. So give her your love, send her an Instagram message, whatever. I talk about it a lot that a couple of years ago, I daily vlogged. What does that mean? I put out an edited video every day for the whole year in 2019. And I did that for a bunch of reasons, but supreme among them was I wanted to get better. I wanted to see if I could get good at it. I wanted to see if I could build a community. Could I get to 1,000 subscribers? Could I get to 4,000 watch hours? Could I learn how to edit? Could I learn how to make titles? Could I learn how to, what is this thing called click-through rate? Can you build a community? Hey, Cricket, how are you? Good afternoon to you all the way over on the other side of the planet. And so that was my main reason. Hey, Dean, Turkey Lakester, what's going on, my man? That was my main impetus, reasoning, thought process on why I would do that. And I think that that was just such an obvious goal. And I put it out there to people. And I've always had goals. I have goals every day about something, but about this side hustle, this YouTube thing. And when I say my side hustle, I don't mean just YouTube, all the things that I do that aren't part of, I'm the executive director, CEO of a nonprofit. And we talk about that sometimes on that channel. It's not like a secret, but I don't talk about it a lot just because this is my other thing. When I started YouTube, it was to have a little break from that. I love my work. I love my job. I love my career, but it's good to have something else in your life. They say you need to have three hobbies, one that keeps your creative juice flowing, one to make money, and one to keep you fit. I've got one to keep my creative juice flowing. I'm starting to get one that's making me some money, and I got to get my butt on my Peloton. BDF asked a question, and that is a perfect time to take a break. If you have a question, put in caps, just like Keith BDF did, question in caps, and then at me, just like he did. That way I'm most likely going to see it. I've got the stream here in the StreamYard app, and I've got my phone up here, and it actually shows me highlighted when you at me. So I'll probably get it unless chat starts going really fast. We only got 14 in here, so it'll probably be fine. Anna's in the house. Good morning, or good morning. Good evening, Anna. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's get to that question right now, and then we'll talk about goals a little bit just so I don't miss the question. Question, Dole Dad. In June 22, I will be going to Walt Disney World for my 60th birthday, I'm assuming, and I will vlog in 4K with 170-degree wide angle. What would be an ideal way to arrange the Walt Disney World vlog? What do you mean by arrange, buddy? I mean, give me some more information on that, but I will try my best to answer it from what I've got. So I would say that if you're going to start vlogging in 4K, I would start it now. I wouldn't wait. The 170-degree wide angle lens, I don't even know what that means. It sounds pretty wide to me. What would be an idea? I mean, I'm sure you mean ideal way to arrange the Walt Disney World vlogs. I'm assuming you mean you're going to have a bunch, and how would you arrange them? And if that's what you mean, it's what you said, I would put them in a playlist on your page. I hope that's what you mean. And just put in there Walt Disney World vlogs. That way people can go to your page and they're interested in Walt Disney World and they'll know right to where to go. I think I'm answering the question you're asking. If I didn't get to it, just restate it another way. And again, great job, Keith. That is the best way for me to notice it. Excuse me. I need a little sip of coffee there. Yeah, okay. He says yes to arrange them. So on your page, you need to have playlists. You definitely want to have playlists. Playlists, there's so many reasons to have playlists, and that's a great question. One, it helps the user, the viewer, the subscriber, whatever, see what the heck this is about. Maybe I'll be interested in this. I'll go check it out. But also what people need to understand, what some people don't understand, that is very valuable about playlists is they're searchable. So if you do Walt Disney World, vlogs, and you have a playlist called that, and then I go into YouTube, the second most used search engine on the planet, YouTube. The number 1 is Google. Number 2 is YouTube. And I type in Walt Disney World Vlogs, your playlist could potentially show up in search. It will show up in search. Just how high will it show up? I would also tip. Here's a nice trick for you. I would title your playlist using keywords that I would search in your SEO search thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, TubeBuddy, there it is right there. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. You can get your free download, and you can use their keyword search tool to figure out what people are searching. Why do this? If Keith or BDF or anybody else finds something that is very searchable within his niche, you title not only your videos, but your playlist like that. Boom, you're more likely to get people to click on it. I hope that answers your question, buddy. Good question. So again, just to follow his lead, if you want me to try to answer your question all in caps at me. That's the best way for me to find out. Again, if you're brand new here, I see a couple people popping in. My name is Jeff Bates. Dole Whip Dad is this channel. I do have some other things I want to talk to you about. And well, let's just get to it right now. So my 2021 second half goals, I've got a whole bunch of them. Okay. But some of them that I want you guys to know about, and I've started 2 channels. I think they both started last month. I don't want to lie to anybody. But they will be certainly one of my highlights. That doesn't feel right. One of my what is the right way to say it? Things that I am trying to highlight in the second half of 21. One of them, you guys already know about it if you're a regular on this channel. One of them you may or may not know. The first one that I just dropped to LinkedIn is Paula and Jeff. So I do a lot of vlogs. Like I talked about, I used to daily vlog. And that was a lot of fun. I kind of miss it. Don't have a lot of time. So I didn't want to commit to a daily vlog, but 2 or 3 a week I could probably do. And I really let me just be real. I like starting the day knowing I have to create something, even whether it's a work day or a non-work day. If I'm thinking from them, I've got to get all these things done, whatever my work is or whatever my family life to-do list is. But I also have to be creative and come up with tell a story. Some days it's not going to work. Some days I just have a long work day and it's just boring and it's not anything anybody's going to care about. Pass all the parent house. What's going on? Thanks for being here. Mike and or Val. They're green. They're members. And I love those guys. Anyway, I think that it helps me. Jeff helps Jeff. Aha. But hey, Dave, what's going on, buddy? By starting the day and ending the day knowing I've got to create something. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to. I don't lose a point if I don't do a vlog that day. But if I'm looking for, boy, that looks cool. Let me capture that with my video camera. Or, hey, we can tell a story. Yesterday was a lot of fun. Yesterday, we planned on, so Friday night, we planned on going to a peach festival. Why? Because one of my daughters said, hey, we're going to a peach festival. You want to come? So we said yes. Then we changed our mind. I'm not really sure why we changed our mind. Doesn't matter. We decided to go to a new Hawaiian restaurant just down the road from where we live because my beautiful wife discovered that it just opened 2.5 weeks ago or something like that, and they have Dole Whip. Now, the name of my channel is Dole Whip Dad, so I'm likely to be excited about some Dole Whip down the road, right? And I like Hawaiian food, right? So we go and we enjoy ourselves at this new Hawaiian place. We have Dole Whip, and then I go down to Grapevine, Texas, to one of the last Disney outlet stores left in America. Did get some insider information about that. That's not good. I'll tell you that in a minute too. But I got to create a video from it. I actually created a vlog about the Hawaiian restaurant, a vlog, which is not done yet, about the Disney store, and then I'm going to combine the two. The combining of the two will be on Dole Whip Dad's channel maybe tomorrow. The Hawaiian restaurant review is already to be found on on Paula and Jeff, my new vlogging channel. And then the Disney store outlet trip will be on both channels, but it'll be a vlog, and then it'll be on the hey Pax, and then it'll also be on my main channel. Then we have Creator Talk Clips, which is this show, and I take clips. Actually, me and Pax talked about it. Pax, perfect timing to come in. Michael, Disney Dad 98. I love that name. It's not Dole Whip Dad, it's Disney Dad. We're probably going to be buddies. Anyway, Michael, welcome in. Pax, welcome in. My point is, a couple of things that I'm doing for my second half of 2021 are new things. Paula and Jeff going to be my vlogging channel. Right now, I'm putting a bunch of my vlogs on my Dole with Dad channel. I plan on, no rules to be broken here, so I might change my mind, but I plan on stopping putting my vlogs on Dole with Dad and only putting them on Paula Jeff. For now, I'll put them in both. I'll make a couple changes so they're not exact. And then Creator Talk Clips is this show, pieces of it. So like PAX, is it Wednesday? I don't even know what date it is. This week, I will be on Paximus's YouTube channel, so you guys need to check that out. I think it's Wednesday. It might be Thursday. I should really look at my phone. Regardless, it's it'll be live and it's his podcast. He's got an interesting channel. So little commercial for PAX right now. And I guess for me too, because I'll be on his, hey VP, what's going on, my man? His channel is very interesting. It's about studying. He's into it's Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday, but when I started to say it, I thought, oh, maybe it's Thursday. He does a very specific style of studying, and you can do it together with other people. Now, I'm against studying because school ended for me. High school, 88. Yes, you can do the math. I'm 51 years old. And when I was a high school student, I was really good at studying the cheerleaders. I mean, that's about it. And then in college, I mean, it was pretty much the same. But other than that, see, I didn't have this system to study. PAX is an expert at it. I do work with kids. Pass Older Pair works with kiddos too. Look at all these educators in here. Pass Older Pair, real educator. Paximus, real educator. I just play one on that work. I run an after-school program, and we do a lot of stuff with kiddos and mentoring. And anyway, so I think we're going to, I mean, I'm not against studying for you, PAX. I'm against studying for me, but we'll talk about that Wednesday live. I think it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. Regardless, check out Pax's channel, subscribe to the channel, check out some of his things, especially this Wednesday in the morning where I'll be live, or you can check it out in the replay. That's okay too. And we're going to be talking about what he does and what I do. I'm sure I'll get some Disney in there. I guarantee I'll talk some After School America. If you're wondering what I do for a living, I bet we'll be talking about that over on his channel. So anyway, we'll be talking about that. I think I'm way behind. I think there might have been a question, but I will scroll up here in a minute. If I missed you, welcome in. Again, my name is Jeff. Dole Whip Dad is this channel, and we're talking about 2021 second half goals. As I said in the beginning, I'll say again, it's interesting to me. Hey, Rachel, what's going on? It's interesting to me that we make plans, we make goals in December, and we ignore July. I think one of the problems we have with setting goals in January is they're only for a year. They're almost always for a year. I believe in year-long, 10-year-long, year-long, 90-day, 1 month, and even daily, right? What is a to-do list if it's not a goal list, right? When I start, well, tomorrow morning, Monday, right? When I start a work week, I have everything that I want to get done for the whole week. And my goal is always before I finish work on Thursday to have completed those tasks. And if I've completed those tasks, then Friday, outside of things that come at you during the day, because things always come at you the day, then I am in my better place of, it's easier for me, listen to this, Pax probably has an opinion here. It's easier for me to be creative when my to-do list is clear. Now, nobody's to-do list is always clear. I get that. But if my weekly to-do list is clear and I can keep people from bombarding me on Friday with work things that were unplanned, Karen wants to yell at the manager kind of stuff, right? That's when I do my most best. I guess that's right. Creative thinking, strategic thinking. Like right now for work, again, this isn't a work channel, so I don't want to bore you guys to death with what I do at, my real work, but 'tis the season for a strategic plan. I usually do a strategic plan with my board of directors and some key employees for my nonprofit every 5 years. Now, in my role, I'm an executive director, CEO of a nonprofit, okay? And I have been doing that, for a long time. Everybody in my role right now should be looking at their strategic plan because we just got through the pandemic. If you're still alive, if your business is still alive, it's time to take out whatever your plans were and dust them off and frankly, throw them in the trash and start over. Because if you survived the pandemic, if you have a board of directors, they should be giving you an award. I'm looking at you, board of directors. If you're, I mean, really, if you came out of the pandemic as a leader of an organization and you're at least equal to or better than you were when you started, somebody high five yourself, right? And that's the position that I'm in now. It's nice, and but I want to. You got to look forward. Like, for instance, we're a nonprofit, so we do a golf tournament or events like that. I haven't done you couldn't golf. I was going to golf 12 months ago, 6 months ago. You couldn't golf. You couldn't even, no way you could golf, right? So now it's kind of fun. I got all these golf courses calling me, hey, are you, because everybody wants to fill up their calendar, right? So point being, there's all these opportunities. Strategic thinking, 5-year plan for an organization is vital, but you need to be able to bob and weave, right? You need to, unlike Conor McGregor, you need to be able to step back and not break your ankle. UFC talk right there. And it's time, like whatever you're doing, if you're in any position of authority, go to your boss or go to your board or whatever it is for you and say, my goals were X, but we need to reevaluate. And that's what I want to do with my board. And that's what I want to do with my channel. Frankly, I think you should do it every 90 days. I do. Lynn, my co-creator on this show, and some other friends talk about these kinds of things. One of the main reason, let's be real, the main reason I started this, well, there's two main reasons I started this show, not this channel, excuse me, this show, Creator Talk Live. One, I did a video about COPPA, Child Online Privacy Protection Act. A couple years ago, everybody freaked the heck out. I had a strong opinion. The rest of the world had a different opinion. I made some phone calls. I got through some people, and I put out I put two videos out. Turns out I was right, by the way. But basically, it was the sky was not falling. Relax, people, and it did really well, and it got a lot of traction, and it got a lot of my subscribers. Frankly, I mean, a lot came from that video, and it's not Disney. It didn't have anything to do with Disney. And for whatever reason, when I do videos, the algorithm likes what people watch in your channel. I've had some people tell me that I should probably do less Disney and do more, I don't know. I want to say coaching, but that sounds arrogant. And I think the algorithm likes when I do that because I think that I get better. Well, my analytics are better. People watch more often and they stay longer when I do those things. So all those things to say, you should be looking at that. That's what it is to look at analytics, right? Look at what you're creating and what's working. You can look at your video and see when people are leaving, right? Like if I change my shirt and I don't know, I put on something ugly and I go into the stats and I can see everybody left. Well, burn that shirt, right? I am way behind in chat. Let me get caught up here in chat. Griswold in the house. I see you guys. What's going on? Long time no see. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm going to scroll up and see what I missed because I've been talking to myself. Pax says yes Wednesday. So again, I will be live on Pax's channel, Paximus, this Wednesday, talking study habits, after school programs, because that's what I do. Probably mention a little Disney and all kinds of other stuff. I watched his interview last week, his podcast last week, and it was very interesting. It was a lot of fun. So I think you'll like it. So please check it out and check out his channel. Let me see. Dole Whip. Go easy on the coffee, says Jesse. You're all over the map again. Jesse, that's what I do. That's what I do. So speaking of all over map, where's this from? Can you tell me? At the Copacabana. Anybody? Triple D in the house. It's Vegas. Ooh, I almost spilled coffee right there. That would have sucked. You guys would have seen me live spilling coffee on my keyboard, and I would have been in a less good mood. Yeah, I needed the coffee. And I always like it when people tell me that I've got high energy. I know I talk fast. I'm kind of tired. So I hope that doesn't come across. I don't want to be like, squirrel, but I don't want to be like low energy guy. No, thank you, Pax. We can talk Disney, my friend. If I'm talking, so here's things that Pax may or may not know already. When I'm on your show, unless I'm only on for like 30 seconds, we're going to talk about bacon, baseball, either my wife or Jenny McCarthy, probably both, Disney, YouTube, and maybe my job. So we'll see. Class of 87, says Sherry. 88 high school, baby. 88. So you got 1 year on me. 2 weeks of IG Live. Is it really 2 weeks away? I will be on with Michael. Is it 2 weeks away? Wow. My schedules. This year's going so fast, right? Anyway, Michael, Disney Dad, I will be live with him on Instagram, IGTV, or I don't even know. On Instagram with Michael from Disney Dad 98 well, there you go, in 2 weeks. That'll be fun. I can't believe that's already coming up. I felt like when we scheduled it was so far out. It's on my calendar. It'll pop up with a 3-day, hey, don't forget thing. My goals, says Earth Central, is to get a driver's license. Here, let me put that up there for you. My goals is to get a driver's license by the end of the year and then get a car by the following spring. So I've got 4 daughters. 2 have already moved away, married, having kids. 2 more here. And one of them needs me to teach her to drive. And I'm scared. I'm scared because she's getting big, but I'm also scared because I might die. So if the show ends, it's because I went taught her how to drive poorly. All right, if I do something that isn't on my to-do list, I will immediately add it and then just scratch it off, right? Well, that's an interesting point, actually. So who's that? Pastor LaPere, right? Mike and or Val make a good point. And I don't know if they're kidding or being serious, but I'm going to be serious for a minute. If I do something that isn't on my to-do list, I will immediately add it just to scratch it off. That's hilarious, but I get that. I do that too, feeling of accomplishment. Something else I do, though, if it's on there for 2 weeks straight, if on Thursday night and then Friday also I don't accomplish it and I put it on the next week and I don't accomplish it the next week, I assign the task or I scratch it off anyway. Either I've proven to myself I don't need to do it, or I've proven to myself I'm not going to do it and I better have somebody else. Now, depends on where you are. If you're a high school student, you can't like give the essay to your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You can't do that, right? It's just different. So it depends on your situation in life, your role, whatever. But honestly, if I don't accomplish something and it was on last week and it was on this week too, and I don't accomplish it this week too, it's coming off my list, man. I'm either too busy, more likely I just don't want to do it, or I've decided it's not that important. If it needs to get done and I'm not the one to do it, I just give it to an employee, or it depends on what it is, right? Maybe it doesn't need to happen at all. To-do lists are a tool to help you. They should not be a stress inducer, right? They are for me. The worst thing other than your health, cancer or something like that, other than your health, and I guess it is health. The worst thing in the world is stress. 51-year-old Jeff should have learned earlier, maybe 5 years ago. I was under right before I started this channel, I was under some pretty heavy work stress. It's one of the reasons I started this channel. And I got to be honest with you. I made a decision, 45-year-old Jeff or whatever, screw stress. And ready for the better part? Screw anybody who's bringing stress to me on purpose. Sometimes they don't mean to. But if there's someone who's bringing it to me just because they think they have power over me, or they're just putzes, I got 2 fingers for them, man. And I don't care if you're the mayor. I don't care who you are. It's the thing. How do I say this? You know what? I think, let me look. I think I saved this so I could say it or write it. Yes, ready? As it relates to stress and really anything else, I'm going to give you this. It's not mine, but I'm going to take credit for it because I send it to myself. So you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Let me say that to you again. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Let me know in the chat if you understand what that means. Thumbs up or flip me off, whatever you want to do. But I love what Pastor LaPere says. I do that too. If it's something that I want to, sometimes the most important thing that you accomplished that day wasn't on your to-do list. That's okay. Jeff, you're weird, says Jesse. Thank you for noticing. I would hate for anyone to ever say, Jeff, you're just like everybody else. So I'll take that. Hey, Jeff and chat, says Griswold. Everybody say hi to Griswold. Hello, everyone, says Triple D. Detroit Disney Duo, my buddy, is in the house. We haven't talked about our barbecue idea in a while. The world is coming back to normal. We could get that going again, buddy. Learn on my channel, says Earth Central. Where'd it go? That if an older video of, let's say, an earthquake in India suddenly blows up, it usually means something recent happened that I got to cover. Yeah, that's a good thing. So That's why I hear these people who delete videos on their channel. I would like to know why. Don't ever delete it. Why? Why? The reason is people are embarrassed. And I don't know. Like I apologize for the arrogance that's about to come out of my mouth. I don't worry about. I mean, I want people to like me. I do. Everybody wants people like them, but I don't have that disease that I need everyone to like me. That's crazy. And so when you create something, you let it go. Jared Leto, lead singer, 30 Seconds to Mars, and many, many, many other artists talk about this all the time. Hey, what is a song? You wrote this song, Jared. What does it mean? It's not for me to decide. It meant something to me the days I was writing it, but now it's his fan song, and whatever they say it means is what it means. I like that attitude. You create something and you let it go, Elsa. Let it go, and let it live its life. If you do Earth Central and my friend Jeff's personal bully, who's also Whether or Not with Jesse, they both are very into weather and severe weather and earth movements and stuff like that. So maybe they do a video on, the Northridge earthquake. Was that 94? I don't really remember. It was a devastating earthquake in Southern California. Maybe they do a video on their channel about it. And that's an evergreen video, right? People are always going to be looking at that. It's not specific about a story. And then it gets traction and it gets views. But then earthquakes hit California. They're hitting this week. A couple days ago, they hit up in, I guess, the Sierra Nevadas, the Nevada-California border. I don't know exactly where, but I know it's the Nevada-California border. And maybe they have that video from 3, 4, 5 years ago, 2 months ago, last week, whatever, about the Northridge quake, and it might get more pickup. People start watching it. Once people watch it, the algorithm sends it out to more people. If it's got a good thumbnail and a good title, and they put it out to more people watch it, and that's how a thing can grow. Love my coffee too, says Michael. I need it. I don't mind. I'm not addicted to cocaine. I'm addicted to my wife, coffee, bacon, my kids. Oh, that's like Robin Williams in that movie where he wears makeup. What the heck is that movie called? Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. Didn't he say that? I think he said that. Maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about. I will be right back. Have a weather situation. Oh, see, there you go. We're talking about that. Jessie is my friend and she's very into weather. That is great for me if you like to talk. Pax, I do. Can you tell? I mean, I don't want to, give you my opinion on me in an interview, but you probably need to ask me one question. You probably don't really need to ask me one. I'm excited to be on, Pax. I really am. So, guys, if you don't know, again, if you're just getting here, I've been talking about it. No sorries, Jesse. No sorries. I'll be on Paximus's live streamed podcast this Wednesday morning. I think it's 10 a.m. my time. Just subscribe to his channel, hit the notification, hit all, and then you'll see it. And if you don't get to watch it live, that's okay. A lot of people are working at that time. You can watch the replay. I'd be honored if you did. Check out his channel, of course, but then let me know what you thought of the interview after it happens. Pearl Manhattan in the house. How you doing, Pearl? What's going on? Good goal. I love goals. So again, the goals, daily goals, weekly goals, 90 days. I think a lot of people, I used to do monthly goals and I still do sometimes. It's really not about having a list and filling it in. It's about having a task and deciding how long you're giving yourself to do it, right? I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. Sparkles Sprinkle. Nope. I can't even talk. Sparkles Supreme Queen in the house. Jeff, long time no see. It's Sparkles Supreme Queen. I restarted my YouTube channel and I miss you. I missed you too. No recent severe weather alerts. We had some overnight weather last night. I think we got like 4 inches or something, which is a lot. Not specifically here where I live, but nearby. Fort Worth, Texas, if you're wondering. Okay, let's see. Guys, I apologize. I'm way behind in chat. Here it is. Jesse says, you still haven't answered a question that I was asked earlier by someone asking your thoughts about Elsa. Elsa is a horrible name for a hurricane. What are you going to do? You're going to have Piglet and Eeyore, and I think it's just rude to have Disney names for hurricanes when Florida's sticking out into the ocean like that. I think it's just rude. Yeah, there's a flood. Yeah, they had a flood area warning here too. You can get rid of people who are around you. Exactly. I mean, that quote, I hope you guys liked it. I'll say it again if you just popped in. You can't change the people around you, but you can change people around you. That means I can't, Jimmy over there, he's a putz. I can't change Jimmy. Julie over there, oh my gosh, is she annoying? I can't fix Julie. But you know what I can do? I can get somebody else in Jimmy's spot, and I can somebody else in Julie's spot. Whether that's, I guess it depends on where you are in life. If you're a kiddo, your family, they're going to be there, right? And sometimes that's a huge blessing, and sometimes it's something other than that. You do what you can do, and you take the positives where you can, and hopefully it's a positive for you. If it's not forever, people, right? And then there's a point in your life where you have no control, right? You have no control over who's in your life. And then there's a point in your life where you have 100% control. And when you have that 100% control, if you're being, you can tell if a friend is a real friend by doing these two things. Ready? Psychology 101. Sorry, I've never taken a psych class. I'm just going to pretend like I have right here. Psychology 101. How can you tell if a friend is a real friend? Ready, set? You guys should really stop what you're doing. Grab your pen, because Arrogant Jeff's going to tell you something that he thinks is very valuable right now. How to tell if somebody's a true friend. Number one, two things to do. Ready? It's super easy. Number one, tell them something bad that happened to you, right? Tell them something bad. I lost 12 subscribers, tripped on my dog and broke my ankle, whatever, something bad. And if they have empathy for you, if they listen to you, if they empathize with you, that's a good sign. If they're, that happened to you, but let me tell you what happened to me. One time I lost 15 subscribers and I fell and I broke both of my feet on the same day. If they're telling, but I've got a better story than you, they're probably a putz. Number two, tell them something good that happened to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This happened to me and I want to tell you about it. I got a promotion at work. I got a raise. I asked this girl out on a date and she said yes. I got an A+ on my test. If they say, oh man, that is so awesome, congratulations, they might be someone that you want to surround yourself with. But if they said, oh yeah, but this happened to me and this you thought that was good. Let me tell you, even worse, hey, that's awesome that happened to you, but I know a guy that had something even better happen to them. They're probably a putz. So if they're sharing your empathy and sharing your success, you probably want to keep them around. If they're trying to one-up you, give them their freedom. Freedom, I won't let you. Anybody like that? Anybody think that's good psychology 101 there? Understand loud and clear, needed this tonight. Thank you. Oh, Pearl, thank you. That is so sweet of you. I don't know what I said that made you say that, but I'm glad. There's a few active flash flood warnings in New Mexico. Do you see what happened in New Mexico? A rich guy went into space. Kind of weird. Love that saying. I suggest the middle school kiddos to change people around them all the time. Amen. My buddy Mike from Mike and/or Val from Passold Repair I've worked with kids since 1990. Well, let's be real. I graduated high school in 88 and I started coaching high school football in 89. I know, right? So really I've been working with kids since I was a kid, 19-year-old as a kid, right? Which is kind of insane. It makes me feel old. But anyway, I love kids. I do. I love the little kids. I love the high school kids because you can really talk to them, right? They're almost mini people. Almost mini people. Middle school kids, Mike, I'm looking right at you. Middle school kids, they smell. If you're a middle school kid, let me know in the chat. Actually, no. Go put on some deodorant and then come back and then let me know in chat if you're in middle school. They smell. They can't talk yet. And they never stop talking. Am I right? Mike, you don't have to respond. I understand, but nothing changes if nothing changes. Also, no one changes. Amen. There's more than that, my friend. I just checked. There's a couple of active warnings. We got weather talk in the chat. I love it. I like saying pineapple, says Sherry. Okay. The 6.2 hit the Long Valley Caldera, which is a supervolcano. So Long Valley earthquake talk with Dole Whip Dad. The Long Valley Caldera is Mammoth. The Mammoth Mountains, middle, southern, central. In California, Mammoth, beautiful area. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And yes, Mammoth Mountains. So my first time I ever saw a fissure, you know what a fissure is? It's a crack in the earth. Was up in Mammoth. I was on a hike. Pretty cool stuff. The Long Valley Caldera is, it's Mammoth. It's pretty cool. Good stuff. Mama Bacon, Mama Bacon. Ooh, I don't know why Pearl said that, but I like it. Been loving fireworks here in Central Florida. It's exciting. And yeah, Michael, you live where I want to live, except for it's so sweaty and muggy there. Oh my gosh, it's 10:40. This has gone so fast. Jackson, now what's going on? Jack Twaddle, I'm glad you're here. So if you're new, if you're old, if you're brand new, if this is the first time you've ever been here, or you've been here every time ever, how you ask the questions, you put question in caps, you can at me. That's the easiest way to get my attention. We're just having some fun tonight. I guess it kind of turned into a little bit of a Q&A, a little earthquake talk, little psychology talk. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. Read it again. Maybe you will the next time. Yep, middle school kids smell, but I love working with them. I love dishing out sarcasm and to hear them say, wait, what? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. You know, I love high school. I love little kids. I love middle school kids too. My grandma's not with me anymore. I love my grandma. She's one of my favorite people, and we were very close, and she's not with us anymore. And she was very proud of my career. She got to see me move up the ladder, and, I got to become an executive director, CEO, and she was very proud of that. And she would always brag to people. They would tell me, and people still will tell me, that the thing that she would tell other people is how patient I am with kids. Grandma, I love you, but that's not true. I don't think I'm patient. I think patience is not a virtue. I think it's an excuse. I think most things should be done faster. It's probably why I talk so fast. I suspect it's why I talk fast. They say, talk about psychology 102. They say people who talk fast have something to hide. I haven't figured out what I'm hiding yet, but I read that somewhere a couple times. But I think I talk fast because I want to do more things. And I want to do them faster. And I don't know why I'm even showing that. But Grandma used to brag about me to others in the family and others. And I would hear about it a lot. I still sometimes do, but I used to hear about it a lot, that I was so patient with kids. And then I think about me working with middle school kids. I'm like, I wasn't then, I'm not now. Jimmy, I already told you, take your finger out of her nose. Pearl says, Jeff, I'll be in Walt Disney World mid-August. I'm jealous, but not real. Too hot right then. I'll be there in October. Isn't it going to be crazy hot there, Pearl? Where do you live, Pearl? Do you live somewhere very, very hot? I don't think I could do August. I looked at, 4th of July numbers in Disney through the roof, right? I mean, the fireworks just came back. Everybody was back full 100%, blah, 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 blah. I saw this weekend that's just ending in right now. It's 11 o'clock here, midnight there. I saw this weekend's numbers were very low. I saw Magic Kingdom was a 5 out of 10, and all the other parks were 4s and 3s out of 10. Pearl, you're in Seattle. There you go. Oh, man, it's going to be hot down there, girl. It's going to be hot down there. Hope you have a great time. I'm jealous, but I'm also going to be less sweaty than you. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I was intrigued and interested to see that the numbers were low, but I can tell you why. It's the Sahara Desert out there. By the way, can we talk about the Sahara Desert for a minute? Where's my Earth Central and my weather with Jesse or Jeff's bully or whatever you want me to call you tonight? My weather people. I live in Texas. You know what we're getting tomorrow and for the next week? Sahara dirt. What the heck? I don't want Sahara dirt. I guess it's a thing that happens every year. Nutrient-rich dirt from the sky, all the way from the Sahara Desert, and it falls in my face. It's going to screw up my sinuses. It's going to give me really good sunsets. I like the sunsets. I'll be honest. I'll put them in some vlogs, but I have enough trouble with my sinuses. August, the condo was free of charge then. Oh, it's a gift. That's fun from your son-in-law. Oh, high five, son-in-law. Why are y'all trying to go to Florida during peak hurricane season? I would love to be in Disney for a hurricane. Be totally safe. It's enough inland. Even a 5 there would probably be fine. I would love to do that. Hurricane Dorian sent me packing early today. My flight got canceled. I had to rent a car and drive all the way. And Hurricane Dorian went out to sea anyway. Stupid. But I would love that. I would much rather be there for a hurricane than the freaking heat. Sahara dust keeps the hurricanes away. That's true, Earth Central. It does. It does. Isn't that crazy? It retards the development of thunderstorms. Oh, weather talk with Dole. Dad, look out. I grew up on the Gulf Coast. Hurricanes don't scare me. I respect them. Amen. You shouldn't be scared of them. I mean, you know, back 100 years ago, you should be scared of them because you didn't know they were coming. But if you know they're coming, if you die of a hurricane and you know it's coming, you're just stupid. Get out of the way. Sorry, not really. I can't believe it's 10:45. Guys, my name's Jeff. Dope Dad is the channel. If you are new here, welcome in. 2 channels I'd like you to check out. Creator Talk Clips. Not a lot of content on there, honestly, yet. Only about 1 week's worth of clips from this show. If there's something interesting, I'll put it on there. Check it out. You can watch those on the replay. Also, Paul and Jeff is my newest channel. It's only got 29 subscribers. That's how new it is. And it's where I'm going to be putting my vlogs, probably the rest of my life. Most of my vlogs will also be on Dope Dad, but not all of them. At least for the rest of this year. And those are 2 of my projects. Maximus, who may still be in the chat. I will be live on his YouTube channel, podcast, live Wednesday morning, I think 10 o'clock. Doesn't matter. Go check out Maximus or just follow me. I'll be putting it on Twitter and Instagram and all those places probably the night before or the day of. And you can check that out. I'd be honored for you to watch that either live or on the replay and let me know how I do. And then I just want to highlight the idea of creating your goals and not waiting for January. Haboob, it's fun to say, are fun storms to deal with. Haboobs they're in Aladdin 2 or Aladdin 3. Hasn't come out yet. He's just a jerk. No. Haboobs are actually the thing in Phoenix, right? The dust storms that turn into, have you seen The Mummy? Haboob. You didn't know I knew weather, huh? Yep, still here. Hey, Pax. We were in Walt Disney World vacation in 2004 with Hurricane Charles. Oh, very, very bad. Scared the dirt out of us. God took care of us, though. They're serious. Amen, Michael. Well, he always says. Honestly, Orlando is right in the middle. They've only closed down for weather like 2 or 3 times. Very, very rare that it would do any serious human damage. I mean, there's, come on, there's when it wasn't Dorian, right? What was the one that became before Dorian, like a year and a half before that? I'm not remembering, but you can still see the scars from it, frankly. I mean, there's still vegetation that's down. I mean, you can even see for a long time, they probably cleaned it by now, but in the Haunted Mansion Pet Cemetery, it's totally changed because of that. Anyway, but point is, you're far enough inland likely that you'll be okay in Orlando. Tampa, interestingly, keeps getting missed. Isn't that fun? Didn't know we were going to talk about weather that much, but that's what you get when you have friends like Earth Central and Jeff's personal bully in the chat. And I love it. Also, wind shear does kill hurricanes, but it can also increase tornado. So wind shear is interesting. Yeah. Wind shear is hard to understand really, but it doesn't allow, the clouds to go high. Anyway, haboob is my favorite weather word. It's hard for haboob has got to be everybody's favorite weather word. I'm a haboob guy. After all that were pros with hurricanes, we've lived over 3 now. Dorian was all hype. Dorian made people stupid, including the airlines. By the way, I'll just say it. Not sponsored by Spirit Airlines. The next 2 cents. Spirit Airlines sucks. Sorry. I'm doing a small promo video on Instagram to show the date and time of our... Oh, cool. Get my good side, right? Irma and say, yes, Earth Central, it was Irma, you're right. In 2020, they were closed for COVID, yeah. Then the week they opened 4 tornadoes from Cristobal. Cristobal, also fun to say, also fun to drink. Destination Timeshare in the house, what's going on? Just Samson in the house, what's going on? I heard a little live music tonight, only for a minute. It was just, they were playing acoustic. We had a party. We were at a party. It was a birthday party. It was right on the lake. Watch my vlog, probably come out tomorrow. Very, very nice. And they had some live music. It's acoustic night. They started playing a little Learn to Fly. Guy from Nirvana, whatever. And they were bad, but he was a nice guy. He seemed like a nice guy. I shouldn't say they're bad. You're better than me. I don't know. I can't play. Why did I just say that? I feel like a jerk now. Wasn't the best version of Learn to Fly I've ever heard. Anyway, Just Samson's in the house. Just Samson is going to he's going to save America's concerts. No pressure, buddy. No pressure. I want to go to a concert so bad. I can't wait. I don't even know who my first concert's going to be. I can tell you the likelihood of me going to a concert that I probably don't care about as high as it's ever been. because I just miss live music. Anyway, it was a combination of currents in the Atlantic and an iceberg that's okay, I don't know. Katrina was the worst. Yes. That one had me, where'd it go? Worried, got great videos though. I lived on the 10 in Banning, California at the time. And then the 10 in New Orleans is where people were like hanging out. That was crazy. So many events I booked almost every week. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sorry. You're going to need a break, it sounds like, but that is such good news. Yeah, I've heard it's going great. I heard Europe's doing great already with concerts, live events, I should say. Not just concerts, right? Live events. Why don't I have any tickets? I don't know. I don't know. My daughter is probably going to get me to do some. The last concert I was at was Ariana Grande. Now, I'm not going to pick on Ariana Grande, but it wouldn't be who I would pick to go to, right? I was the 49-year-old. I don't know how old I was. I was the creepy dude with his daughter, right? But she was good. She's good. It's actually, you can find it on my channel, but not my style. But I mean, she was good. Let's see, let's talk concerts. Who do I want? I want to see Danny Elfman. He was good. We've talked about this, right? He was going to play at Coachella, where I used to live right there. I never went. Oh, see, I'm getting off. Just Samson, I love you, but I get all frustrated because I missed concerts and I haven't been to one. I think if I can go to any concert right now, I did see that the Food and Wine live music stuff just came out. I never heard of him. Jeremy Camp, I've seen him. Did I seen him twice? No, I've seen him once and I met him. He was great. He is great. At SeaWorld was awesome early June. Jeremy Camp is awesome. I love him. Need to Breathe. Seen them 3 or 4 times. Might be my favorite band that's currently playing. Love them. I watched Need to Breathe. I learned of Need to Breathe. So their song Yahweh, I think, had just come out. I didn't really know them, and they were the openers for Jars of Clay at a pretty small, actually, church in Highland, California, of all places, right? San Bernardino County. And yeah, they opened, and I loved Jars of Clay. I loved Jars of Clay, but they crushed. I went out, you know how you can buy I bought every CD right then and there. So good. If you know Jeremy Camp, you know those bands, I'm sure. Mystic Eric, long time no see. Mystic Eric, what's going on? I left Seattle, says Earth Central, and moved to, this is the time. We've got 8 more minutes. Not that we have to stop at the hour. I usually go about an hour. We're just talking about silly stuff. We're talking about haboobs, earthquakes, and concerts right now. If you have a question, all caps question at me, Dole Whip Dad, or we can just talk about concert. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm having a good time. We'll probably go for another 8 minutes or so. I mean, we can go longer. If you guys are asking me questions and this is fun, I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. I left Seattle and moved to Kansas, says Earth Central, to get closer to the tornadoes. I would love to tornado chase. That's how you say that, right? Someday. I want to go with pros because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, that looks awesome. I'm the guy who still watches Twister. By the way, can we talk about Twister for a minute? Not that good of a movie, right? Not that good of a movie. So many great stars in that movie. Anyway. I left Seattle and moved to Kansas to get closer to tornadoes and get away from the earthquakes, says Earth Central. And ever since then, Washington state tornadoes are on the rise and Kansas gets more quakes. Ha! That's funny. Keen. Pax says the last concert I saw was Keen. What is that song by Keen? I know it was their big hit and I liked it. Oh, it's going to bug me now. Keen hit. I know I like a song by them or him. Somewhere Only We Know, I think. Is that them? Is that him? Oh, of course, it's giving me a top 10 list, and I start at number 10. Is it any wonder everybody's changing? I don't even know. Somewhere Only We Know. Yeah, I love that song. I like Keen. I've never seen Keen live. Is it a he or a they? Is it a band or a dude? I don't even know. But I know like I like that song. Next to Serpent that comes into the Gulf, I'm thinking of going down to Chase. Just have to see if my partner wants to go. That would be so fun. I would love that. Love Jars of Clay and DC Talk. I never saw DC Talk Pax. I love them though. I have met Toby Mac. He is so short. Crazy short. Super nice guy. Kind of shy. Right? Loved it when Newsboys, right? Newsboys brought in, well, all they needed was, hold on, I'm screwing that up. All they needed was Toby Mac, and they would have had, for that one song, God's Not Dead, was basically 2/3 of DC Talk, right? A couple years ago. The movie Twister, what a joke of a show. Come on. So many stars. I mean, not a good movie, but don't tell me you don't watch it every time it comes on TBS. It's one of those that's like, Shawshank Redemption and the ones that you just have to watch, right? We Got Cows. Exactly. Keenan's a band. I thought so, but then I thought maybe it was the guy's last name. Well, I love that song. Somewhere only way. A rain shaft in the distance looks like gray stuff falling. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. NGL Twister is part of the reason I got it. I don't know what that means. NGL. National Geographic. Ooh, I might be right. Am I right? National Geographic Lithograph. Twister. I don't know. It's part of the reason I got into severe weather. I love severe weather. I lived in San Diego for most of my life. We don't have weather. We have coconut oil and bikinis. And then I moved out here. I remember I'm driving. I'm on the, I don't know, was it the 20? Might have been the 30. I'm on a freeway. Arlington, I think. And all of a sudden, I mean, I've been here like not that long. And the rain starts coming down. I'm on the freaking freeway and cars are pulling over. And I'm like, I guess I should pull over too. I don't know. And then we do. And then I couldn't see anything. It was nuts. And now that happens like every month. It's kind of sucks. We got the link up again, maybe a collab at Disney World, go on a few rides, go to the DVC. So I'm a DVC member. I've never been in the DVC lounge. What the heck? Eric, I would love that. Kevin Max from DC Talk is shorter. Kevin Max is shorter than Toby Mac. Kevin Max was with Michael Tate on the Newsboys, that first album when Michael Tate went over there, God's Not Dead. And if they would have, he was back up, right? Kevin Max was back up. If they would have just brought Toby Mac in, it would have been another DC Talk song. Will they ever get back together? Do you think? I don't know. Michael Tate. Yep. Michael Tate. I love Michael Tate. Jeff, I watched Twister once and that was it. Jesse. It's not that good of a movie, but it's an awesome movie all at the same time. We got cows here. It's pretty funny. I feel like we have done some damage tonight. We didn't talk about goals nearly as much. We talked about flying cows. We talked about haboobs. We talked about Kevin Max being shorter than I still think Pax. I don't want to call you a liar. Kevin Max. I stood next to Toby Mac. I mean, he's barely in the pictures. Doesn't say. Come on, internet. 5'7". I mean, how? It says here Toby Mac is 6 foot. Toby Mac is not 6 foot. Okay, internet's lying. Or am I misremembering? Just Samson's got a. Let's try that again. Just Samson got a bounce. Just popped in to show some love. Samson, I appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a great evening, having a great summer. Good luck on all 18 months. Let me know. I want to know. I want to know who you're gonna. I want to know stories. I want to know who's the best band you get to see or musician or whatever. Every time Twister comes on TV, I fall asleep. It's pretty good. It's got that great song by Van Halen, right? Fun Twister fact: the tornado actually hit a drive-in theater in Ontario, Canada while it was playing. Oh yeah, I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. I don't know. On the scene where a tornado hits the drive-in theater. Huh. So, fun fact: my organization was going to buy a drive-in theater. It was up against it actually, the fences butt up against the local high school, and it was for sale. And I run an after-school program, Think Boys and Girls Club. And so one of the things we do is entrepreneurial programs, right? So we were going to buy it, right? And have all the high school kids work it. Wouldn't that be cool? Friday night football games, drive-in theater, all that stuff. And it didn't work out. Just, bored. It just didn't work out. And then like 2 years later, wasn't a tornado. It was straight line winds, I think. And it's still up. But it came down. But they were going to do concerts out there. They are doing concerts out there, but we were going to do all that kind of stuff. That would have been fun. I kind of sad that never worked out. That would have been a good time. It was old and beat up. Would have cost a lot of money, but guys, I had fun tonight. It went all over the place. Creator Talk Live is a show that we do every Sunday night. Usually my co-host Lynn, I almost said Lynn from the Lynn Project is my good friend. You can get her data, her information, the links to her show in the description below after the show's done. If you're watching on replay and you stayed all the way to the end, you're a saint. Hashtag Team Replay. Replay watchers, I love the live, but replay watchers who stay to the end are the saints of all saints because you know you weren't live. If you were on Team Replay, check us out live every Sunday night. Not every Sunday night. I took a break last week. 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other o'clocks, other places, depending on where you live. Phantasmic Chronicles in the house. What's going on? I try to go live every Sunday night and just talk about this thing that is creating here on YouTube and other places. Tonight, we talked a little bit about goals and haboobs and hurricanes and the Sahara Desert falling from the sky. You should check it out. Thank you so much for spending a little time. Special thanks to my members. You see them in green. They have access to some emojis. They support me, my family, my life, and my channel a little bit through membership, and I appreciate that very much. If you want to get a hold of me, dolewhipdad@gmail.com is the easy way to do it. If you want to be part of my newsletter or you want to join my Slack community, just let me know and I'll send you the invite. Thinking about getting going on Good Morning Disney. I was hoping to start with my wife. Good Morning Disney is my morning show. I may surprise everybody with the show tomorrow morning. We'll see. Talking Disney. Yeah, I feel like I've done enough promotion. I will say, if you're a creator and you haven't already downloaded, you need to download. Good night, pass holder pair. You need to download TubeBuddy.com. Go to TubeBuddy.com/DoleWhip. You get a free download. It's free. If you pay for the upgrade, it is an affiliate link and they'll pay me a good chunk of that. So give them some love and maybe they'll give me some love. I think that's it. Let me get it caught up in chat. See if I missed anything. Whenever I get a chance to make it, I always learn. Oh, thank you. Fantastic. That's my favorite thing to hear all night. That makes my day. Thank you. I hope we gave value tonight. Love you back, Pearl. I hope you have a great week too. Good night to you, pass holder pair. What? Get in touch with me tomorrow about, yeah, we absolutely will, Jesse. I'll send you a note. Thanks to you, Pax. Look out for the Instagram promo. I will. So, guys, again, Paximus. I will be on his channel this week live for a podcast. You can watch the replay or you can watch it live. Go to Paximus channel. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. Happy Sunday night. Give yourself a goal for this week and then come to me next week and tell me this was my goal, or maybe you don't want to tell me and I achieved it or I didn't achieve it. That would make my day. Or you can send me an email. Maybe you don't want it public. You can send me an email, dolewhipdad@gmail.com. Let me know what it was or that you achieved it or you didn't achieve it, whatever. But set a goal, do something. And if you can't think of anything to do, here's a great idea. Do something awesome tomorrow for somebody else that they'll never know about so they can never repay you. It is the best way to make yourself feel great. Trust me. That's all. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun. Storm the castle, unless you want to storm a castle, and then sit the heck down. See you maybe tomorrow morning for Good Morning Disney. For sure Wednesday on Paximus channel. I'm going to shut up now. You don't have to go. They can't stay here. See ya.